Hey guys, it's Mara again. So today, I guess I'll talk in part about mental illness, but I can't really talk about my mental illness without first talking about the Alzheimer's, which I swore I would never, ever fucking talk about. So let's just be clear, Alzheimer's sucks. It, uh, it ruins families. You know, it doesn't only take the person that has it, but it completely ruins families. At least it did mine. And I think that was more because my mom was young for the Alzheimer's. She was 53 when she died. She wasn't even 50 when she was diagnosed. I think she was 48 or 49. And, you know, my dad was, I think he was 57. So, I mean, he was still, relatively young. You know, he could have remarried or hell, even had like a second family if he wanted to. But he didn't. He was just alone. And I talked a little bit in my last video about how my whole world just sort of collapsed around me. And it started when my mom was diagnosed, but I mean, the full collapse happened obviously when she died. My dad kicked me out. I was on my own. And I've been on my own. You know, I have fought tooth and nail for everything I have. And with the research back in the 90s, which I think is still, I'm not up on my Alzheimer's research anymore, but at least back in the 90s, early onset was the most hereditary form of Alzheimer's. So there I am at 17, worrying that by 40, I'm going to be a vegetable. And let's be clear, right now, I'm on the verge of turning 37. In like 2 weeks, I turn 37. So I, through my 20s, to kind of keep myself from thinking about what could be my ultimate demise, I was drunk for a decade. Don't ask me how. I finally stopped. I guess the reason I stop a lot of things, I get bored. I mean, I've never been to like addiction treatment or anything like that. I've never done drugs, which I had kind of every excuse in the world to do drugs. But I am the face of Alzheimer's 20 years later. It still affects me. Everything out there talks about what happens to the person going through it. I haven't really seen much. Not that I've, obviously, like I said, I haven't been really looking up stuff on Alzheimer's just because, I mean, I'm kind of to the point where if I get it, I get it. I haven't seen anything about what happens to the families. Like what happens to somebody, for example, 20 years later. Who is that child? You know, and we think of Alzheimer's as an old elderly person disease. And I'm going to give a shout out to Lauren Miller Rogan for starting Hilarity for Charity to try to get younger people involved in fighting Alzheimer's, because that's what we need. You know, her mom has early onset and is fighting it right now. And my heart really goes out to anybody who's, say, 20 years later, and I still cry about it. And it's not because my mom's gone, it's because of the way that she was taken and the way it destroyed my family. That's why I cry. Sorry. Okay, stop. I learned to live without my mom when she was still alive. So it's not so much living without her that bothers me. I mean, it would be awesome to be able to call her up just to hear her voice. Oh, God damn it. I thought I was going to be okay to talk about this today. So, sorry. So, for a long time, I worried that I would have the same fate as my mom because, like I said, the early onset form is hereditary, typically. And before she died, I was like, I have to get all this stuff done. I have to accomplish all this shit because I might not be here when I'm 40, mentally anyway. Might not have the mental capacity because typically early onset will start by 40, sometimes in your 30s. And I wanted to do everything that I wanted to do. I wanted to write a best-selling novel. I wanted to act on Broadway. I wanted to have an art gallery show. I wanted to write a screenplay and have a movie made. I wanted to do all of these things. But when she died, I put myself into this cozy little shell where I protected myself, where nothing could hurt me, seemingly, and kind of lived in my brain a little bit, and just closed myself off from anything that could hurt me or even give me joy. And thank God I'm still young enough that I can still accomplish some of the things that I've wanted to do in my life. Hell, I could write a screenplay and get a movie made now. Maybe, you never know. Someone might want to buy it. I don't know. I could still become a best-selling novelist. I could still do all of the things that I've ever wanted to do. I just got so scared. I've been terrified for the last 20 years to even try, and and people tell me that I'm good at what I do. I work currently, I'm in marketing and whatever, and I'm always getting rave reviews. Well, sorry to tell you, I'm half-assing it most of the time, and I often think, shit, Mar, what would happen if you actually tried? I don't try. I mean, honestly, my cousin, for Christmas last year, this is the mug that he got me. Yeah, because that's how I've been forever. Just like, sort of my friends tell me that I'm a hipster. which kind of annoys me, but it's kind of true. Like not the poser hipster, like the actual. I mean, I don't care about much. I get bored easily. Nothing really excites me. That's the kind of person I am. So in that respect, yeah, I'm a hipster. Plus, their music is. I like their music. I don't like going to their concerts because the hipsters annoy me. Big surprise, right? So I forgot what I was going to say. Oh, yeah, I remember. So I guess what I'm saying is that I'm pissed off at myself for wasting the last 20 years of my life being fucking scared of every goddamn thing that came my way. It's no way to live, and I can't do it anymore. I can't. And the last few weeks, I have felt more alive than I've felt. I can't even remember the last time I felt actually like I'm getting up and I'm gonna go do something that fucking matters, you know? And, fuck Alzheimer's. Fuck it. Fuck it. Like, it has taken over my life for long enough. And we're gonna find a cure. We have to find a cure because this can't continue. This fucking. I get so angry about it sometimes. I cry and get weepy, but then I get like this like fucking rage in my stomach and I just want to like kick its ass, And I mean, sure, I still think about shit. I'm going to be 40 soon ish. And what if it happens? What if I wasted 20 years doing nothing? And then these next like 3 years, I'm like awesome and I accomplish all this shit. Well, kind of suits me. I'm a fucking procrastinator. So kind of fitting. But again, I don't know. And I can't worry about every single time that I forget something if that means that the Alzheimer's is coming. I can't do it anymore. I can't be scared. I can't be scared of life. I can't be scared of living. I can't be scared of doing what I fucking want to do. My 17-year-old self would be pissed off at me right now. So I got to do it for her. So thanks for watching again.